Hi, Paul Friedman here, founder of the Marriage Foundation. And the topic, this is a stream, this is a series, and this is the 8 rules of love. I love that, don't you? And this is part 6. This is number 5. The first part was all about what actually is love. So if you haven't seen that, you should go back and make sure you do. You will learn something that is not known. So number 5 is positive communication. What do I mean by that? I'm very familiar with communication because I used to be a divorce mediator until 2001 when someone asked me to help them save their marriage using communication skills. But when I did a deep dive into marriage, I discovered it's far more than communication, although communication is a big aspect of happiness. The problem is that we don't realize how much of our interaction is a form of communication that we need to take ownership over. Usually, our communication is reactive. It's just a habit that we have in our subconscious mind. And when something happens externally, it triggers that reaction. And we don't stop and evaluate, which is very important, what's really going on. And so we're having this exchange and it's getting away from us. Well, your marriage is all about love. You got married because you fell in love with your soulmate and you want to be happy. So there's only two of you in your marriage, just you and your husband or you and your wife. So think of it as a container, and only the two of you have any input into this container. And so even if like you're in a bad mood, that's affecting your partner. You see, and it's a form of communication. Because if you're in a bad mood, you're walking around like a grumpy Joe, and you're not filling that container with the sweetness of happiness, the sweetness of love and consideration and getting along and harmony. So communication is very deep, and you have to nip the negative communications that are natural to the mind. You're a soul, but you've turned over so much of your life to your mind, right? The habit that you have to get hold of it and you have to stop whatever was going to come out, good or bad. You have to stop it. And you go, okay, am I about to communicate, I love you? Am I about to communicate, you make me happy? Am I about to communicate, you're an amazing human being? You're so handsome. You're so beautiful. You're so cool. Or am I going to, arr, arr? And this is what communication is all about. And so it's a rule of love that we communicate only that which is positive. Now, some people respond to that and they go, that's not realistic. Well, yes, it is. You're not at a debate. You're not in a courtroom. You're not being stopped by a cop. You're with your wife or with your husband. There is no need at all to communicate in any way other than positively. All of the other ways do nothing to enhance your experience of marriage. And marriage is not about getting rid of the negative stuff and getting rid of the problems and dealing with issues. It is about evolving in love, evolving in joy. And you have the power. You have all the power if you look at it correctly, because if your spouse is a grumpy Joe and you decide it's not going to affect me, I'm still going to be loving, you will get them in a different mood. It's like that. You know, think of how you are as either a beautiful flower where the bees want to come, or a pile of something where only the flies come. You have free will, so it's up to you. And when you come from your heart, from that place of joy, because your soul is nothing but joy, nothing but love. And when you come from that place and you're using these guidelines to check yourself, you're only going to experience a better and better marriage. And that's what it's all about. Again, I urge you to look at the other videos in this series. And at the end, I'm going to throw in a bonus. It's going to be wonderful. It'll surprise you and you'll like it. You'll even be able to take notes and think about it. This is life-changing stuff. And I urge you to go to our website, download the 10 top do's and don'ts of marriage, and visit again. Like this video, subscribe. God bless you, and take care. Thank you.